When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Double off deuce, ayy. That just might work, ayy. When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Double off deuce, ayy. That just might work, ayy. That just might work.
Welcome back to another episode of the Michel Matters podcast. I'm Jocks Michel.
And I'm Jackie Michelle. Do we do all this for a pillow talk?
Yeah, usually we're way more tired and it sounds way less enthusiastic. But yeah, we typically do the whole shebang when we do these.
Yeah.
But yeah, and what she means by these, it's another pillow talk.
Yeah. There's a lot going on in the social media world, apparently.
And our life, because we should be doing a normal episode, but...
Not necessarily.
Yeah, I mean, typically.
We could do whatever we want. It's
You're right.
Podcast.
And I definitely didn't want to do this podcast today.
You didn't.
But my wife convinced me that we should
Because I like
record.
to be on time.
And I could care less.
And stick to a schedule. So we're going to knock this one out. Even though it's kind of
yeah,
on the
Jackie
heavy
wanted
side.
to pick one of the most, like, thought-provoking... No, not thought-provoking. It's just a lot to this topic. It's one I'd rather stay away from, but she wanted to talk about it, so...
I mean, it's out here.
So go ahead, lead into it since you want to talk about this.
Okay. Well, apparently, people are using the N-word.
Whoa, people are really using... Come on, don't say apparently.
Allegedly.
Not allegedly.
I know.
So, one of the bigger news stories this week has been your girl, Gina Rodriguez.
And I do like her in Jane the Virgin. It's a really good show. It is. I'm problematic.
The toxicity. But, no, so Jane the Virgin. So Gina Rodriguez, a.k.a. Carmen Clandiego.
Oh, what?
That was what Bossip wrote in one of the headlines this week.
Okay.
I thought it was hilarious.
Oh, is she playing that character?
Yeah, she's playing Carmen Sandiego. So they called it Carmen Clandiego.
Oh, yeah.
The play on words was just immaculate. But, nonetheless. Yeah, so she recorded a video on her Instagram where she's singing along to a Fuji song. And, yeah, she uses the N-word in one of the lines, which, I mean, it's part of the song. Mm-hmm. And the internet tore her to shreds.
So, okay. If you were, let's say you were following her and you clicked on her story and you saw that on her story. Because I'm sure the first time you saw it, it was because it was a headline.
Yeah.
So let's say you just clicked on it. Would you feel offended? Were you offended when you saw that? And would you feel offended?
All right. So I'm not going to say I was offended because I'm not easily offended. Mm-hmm. But it was cringeworthy a little bit. Like, I kind of, when I heard it, I was like, ew.
Like, it didn't feel right.
Yeah, it didn't come out smooth.
Right.
And it's Gina Rodriguez.
It's weird because when I saw the clip, and I only saw it like twice. Because I don't need to see it more. But it's like she skipped over a word first, and then she said
no.
So it was like,
it's like
censored like a random word, and then you decided to say the N-word?
Nah, I feel like, because to me, I don't even think she censored that word. Because, when you sing along to stuff, you kind of pick and choose your spots. Like, that was her spot. Like, she couldn't wait to get in on that bar. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, is that, like, your favorite lyric in the song? Like, it's just, that was my moment. Like, she... Right. And that's the... And that's
then why
the line
that
you
clip?
recorded.
Yeah, why that line?
That was her line.
And why post it?
Because that was her...
And who was in the room?
She let you get her hair done.
Right. But, like, if we were in the room, would she have chosen that line to say?
Oh, nah. But...
Or, like, a black hairstylist, which she probably wouldn't have. But I'm just...
Hey.
I'm just being real. I don't think anybody black was in the room. So.
But that's why she... Because as soon as she said it, she laughed, too. Like, there must have been, like, some awkwardness in the room when it happened. Because she definitely laughed, and whoever with her, I don't know if they cut her a look or...
It's probably a dare.
Boy, was it worth it?
Okay, so that brings me to my question who can say this word? Why is it a problem for her to say it?
This is like
and not a problem for Cardi to say it.
This is like one of the, like, if I had the answer to this, I'd be rich. Like, I don't know. I don't have a clear cut answer because
I remember it was a problem when J-Lo said it.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
People were like, why would Ja Rule let this be on? It was a Ja Rule song, right?
Yeah, but I don't remember. Was it? No, it was her song, wasn't it?
I don't know, but it was a song with both
of
them in it. And they were like, why? I remember because we were younger. And I, too, questioned why that was, like, okay in whoever the producer was eyes. Like, you thought that was good? You thought that was going to be a hit? And I guess it was a hit, right?
I mean, yeah.
But I think they edited it after all of that.
But, I guess just the topic is just so, it comes with so many caveats and asterisks, and it's like, I don't think everyone has the same standard or rubric for who can use this word, and it's such a touchy subject.
It is.
Because,
but not like for me, it's not.
But you don't use the word
I don't use the word.
And I think... And
I don't advocate for people using the word.
Yes.
If people use the word around me, because you use the word. So, what? You don't?
I never said I didn't.
Okay. But, like, I have friends that do.
Yeah.
Like, and I have, like, family members that do. Like, people around me do. Mm-hmm. But it's a part of their speech. Like, it's not... Whoever does use it, it's not like, why are you using that word? Like, I've never heard you say that word. Like, I've always heard you say that word.
Who? Who's
like, the people around me who use it, I've always heard them say it.
Sorry, come on.
Oh, yeah. That's what you're saying?
Yes.
To move?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, don't make it awkward. I was trying to make this as smooth as possible.
How is that smooth?
On the podcast.
How is that going to be a smooth transition?
All right, carry on.
But anyway.
Carry on.
Yeah. So.
You talking.
So anyway, everybody who uses that word around me has always used that word around me. Mm-hmm. So it's never been weird. But I don't know. I just don't advocate for that word. Like, for me, I don't feel like I need to use it to say what I gotta say.
Yeah.
Or I'll use, like, different versions of it.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm, like, being funny, I guess. But I'm only using different versions of it to people who actually use that word as well. Yeah. And they know, like, they've never heard me say that word. So why would I just start using it now? Yeah. But I don't have a rule as to, like, who should say it and who shouldn't. Because I kind of feel like if you don't already say it, you shouldn't be saying it. Is that weird? No.
Yeah. It's just tough because mostly people who are not black, they struggle with it because it's like...
Yeah, I mean, it would be nice for you to have a connection, to be in close proximity to black.
But you see, that's where it gets tricky. Is like, what does that even mean?
Like, you're black.
So, okay, so it's just black. And then there's this whole thing of, okay, what's black? And, you know, there's a lot of, like, the whole...
What is black? What do you mean?
Like people who
identify as black, not on some racial dolazol.
Yes, but like Afro-Latino, Afro-Latinx, no? Mm-mm. So what do you mean? Oh, you're saying they can't?
It depends.
So are they black? See, because this is the issue. Then we start questioning people's blackness. Right. And that's why it's so touchy for me. Like,
but is that word a connection to blackness, though? Because I don't use it and I'm black.
That's the thing. It is your birthright. You may not.
It's my birthright.
Yeah, it's one of your birthrights. You may not exercise it, but it's one of your birthrights.
Wow.
That's what you're saying when you're saying you would prefer the proximity to black.
You?
Okay, but you're saying it
Wouldn't
just
everyone?
But you're saying it just based on the color of their skin. Like, yes, you're black, so it's a birthright.
An Asian girl to say it.
I didn't. First of all, I haven't gotten that far.
I'm
still going through the. There is no bottom. That's the problem. There is no getting to the bottom of this. There's nothing that we can talk about here that will solve the issue. Put a bow on it. It's just too hard. Because for years, we've let I guess people into and I'll be honest, I think music is the biggest to blame for the spread of the word. Because I was using the word way before I even heard rap music, right? Like, I would use it because the kids at school used it and the people in my neighborhood used it. But I feel like people who may not have grown up in those situations, their only interaction with the word may have come from music. And I think that it's hard because music is so catchy.
And shouldn't they be able to express themselves in their music?
I'm not saying it's not their music. It's music that they're listening to.
I'm saying the artists. You're saying the musicians.
No, I'm saying the consumers of the music.
You're telling the consumer that paid for an album to like, I guess, limit themselves while listening to the artwork?
It's not limited. You can hear it. There's nothing wrong with hearing it.
Okay.
I'm just saying you're.
But with hearing something, like, and you're gonna sing along, it comes with repetition, and then you kind of memorize it, and it's like.
But this is what I'm getting at. I'm saying music is one of the biggest factors of why we have. I don't want to say the issue, but it's like why the word I think is so widespread beyond black people.
Yeah. Because
hip hop music has taken over culture, not just. It used to be black culture. Now it's just culture. Like, hip-hop music is the biggest music in the world now. Mm-hmm. So, once you let people into, quote-unquote, our world, they start to get comfortable. Yeah. And they start, oh, I like this song. They say this word. I may repeat it. Right. And it's like, especially in musical context, it's like, it's hard. Because, like, they were just repeating lyrics. Yeah. But at the same time, because the word has such a history and it's so loaded, it affects certain people a certain way. So it's like, how do you deal with that dichotomy? Like, there is the music, which I completely understand how you could get sucked into like a zone and you don't even notice that you're saying something, but at the same time holding people accountable, like, yo, you can't say that. Like, it's hard to balance the two. And that's why I said it's a touchy subject. And it's hard. I don't think there's any getting to the bottom because music is one thing. Second, I think it's questioning people's blackness because that ends up happening after a while because it's like, you just said Cardi, right? And it's funny because I literally saw this under one of the comments on the Gina Rodriguez was like, but y'all let Cardi say it. Right. And somebody commented, Cardi's black. And then you can have a field day with that and going back and forth. Like, is Cardi black? Like,
I don't know.
But that's the thing. Now we're questioning people's blackness.
Is Gina black?
Gina who?
Rodriguez.
Oh, but it's funny because isn't that kind of why people got her at the pay? Because I'll be honest, if Gina Rodriguez didn't have her prior issues, I guess, I don't think this would have been a big deal.
I think it still would have.
I think part of the reason why some people can say and some people can't is based on whether we like you or not. Yeah. And people, it's cool to pick on Gina Rodriguez now. they look for any reason to get her out the paint.
Right.
So she didn't do herself no favors by saying it. And I think it's because we don't like her. If she was in better standing with the blacks, they wouldn't have killed her on the internet that day. It's partially her fault.
So then J-Lo does not have a good standing.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Granted, because that happened a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't think people would make that big of a deal. But no, you know what? I take it back. They wouldn't make that big of a deal now.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they made that big of a deal then. I think you said they did. I don't remember it. I think they'll make a bigger deal now.
We didn't have social media then.
Because what people attribute a lot of like blackness to is like also how you come off. So like she comes off, I don't want to say white, but like very not black. Yeah. Like Cardi, because unfortunately she like, you know, depicts certain like archetypes of black women, or she talks a certain way. Mm-hmm. People are more like, oh nah, she one of us, you know what I mean? Like just because she, you know, acts a certain way, comes from a certain background.
So it's more culture.
It is to some people. It is to some people. Some people, like, I don't care what you think your culture is, you're not black, don't use it.
That's kind of how I feel.
But it comes to a point where it's like, you police it. Like, how do you police it? Because, like...
You don't. I mean, you are the one who has... You have agency over your own self. Yeah,
but people have been trying to police Gina Rodriguez and saying she can't say it. I know, but they're saying...
She's probably still saying it.
But,
so...
But people saying she can't say it. Because, like, it's very regional, too, right? So, like, we grew up in Miami, where a lot of Spanish people grew up with a lot of black people, and a lot of Spanish people use that word.
No Spanish people that use that.
Are you serious?
Personally, I don't know any Spanish people who use that word.
I'll wait till we off mic. But,
you know?
Yes.
You have a lot of Spanish friends?
We know Spanish people who use that word.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, we don't need to do that.
I'm just saying.
Nah, I've never
heard
it. Never heard it.
Yes, the sun.
Okay, never heard it, but...
Definitely uses it. Anyway,
again, not around me. Like, I've never heard it.
Anyway, I think Jackie's also numb to it probably too because she grew up in Miami. But places like New York, Miami, LA, like, I'm pretty sure they deal with this more.
I would like to see it.
I'm just saying that they encounter it more.
Yeah.
But like if you go somewhere in the South, like Georgia and all that, them boys not used to that.
Yeah.
They not letting that fly.
Yeah, you're right. But that's where it came from. So
I know. But I'm saying it's
so
like
they have that's my thing. I feel like it's so okay. How do I say this? It's not my word to have, right?
Okay.
But because I am black, and I am in the culture, and I understand the roots of it all, like, I feel like because I know that I don't use that word for me personally, and I understand that some people use it and take back the power in it, and I get that too. But now I don't feel like it's that. I don't feel like it's that conscious. I feel like it's just a word. Like, it's just a part of, like,
I think
slang.
that's
how
what
people are using it.
Yeah, I think that's what.
And I have a problem with
that. That it just becoming slang.
Yeah.
But even when it was mostly just black people using it, it was still slang then.
Yes. But I feel like there was more, I don't want to use reverence because that's like a real churchy term, but you know what I mean? Like, it was more respect over how to use the word and who.
I mean, what do you mean respect?
What do you mean?
Like, you're saying there was more respect when people said it back then?
I'm saying, like, over people who used it.
You mean it was, like, tighter, like, it was just black people? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. The spread of music, I feel like the growth of hip-hop, just black culture spreading out. People want to look, act, and sound like black people. And that's part of it. And they think that's, you know, when you hear somebody try to, like, mimic a black person, those are the kind of things they say, like, yo, my... Like, they think that's what black people are. Yeah. And they think that's what...
Yeah. I mean, I get why there's an uproar, though. Well, I think maybe the uproar is now today's way of the respect that I'm talking about.
You think we're trying to get back to that, you're saying?
Not that we're trying to get back, but I think that's the current way of, like, okay, I'm not going to beat you up in the street, but... on social media, you gonna get it type thing.
Well, yeah, I think that's, for like, sure,
the current way, because like every other thing, it's like other people take it, and that's it. You know?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so, Hot Girl Summer.
Mm-hmm.
So Meg started it, and then once you start seeing it on
it's
Kylie Cosmetics or something,
mm-hmm.
like Hot Girl Summer Red or whatever, then we're not going to use Hot Girl Summer no more.
Yeah. So you think that's what's going to happen?
I feel like with the N-word, we're trying to protect it.
Now, I just feel like, but the thing is, it's so far and wide. Like, to get...
I don't think we're not letting people take it.
We're not letting people that we don't like take it. Because nobody says anything when when Fat Joe says it, or Cardi says it. Like, there's a little bit of...
That's my thing.
But there's a little bit of... But people they're not losing their mind. But the thing is, and this is the way the internet works now, it's not a problem now, right? But if Fat Joe or Cardi B says anything, like, negatively about black people, or Cardi says something about black girls, they're gonna drag her with all of her old, like, use of the word, and we're just waiting. So. I'm telling you. I mean, it's just the way the internet is. I don't think people hated Gina Rodriguez, but she said it, and people went back and they found an old video where she said it another time, and it's like, y'all knew she said that a while ago. Y'all didn't say nothing, but now that it's cool to make fun of her, they bringing up all these old receipts. It's just, hey man, everybody gonna have their day on this internet, on Al Gore's internet. It's just this today's Gina Rodriguez. It's only, a lot of it is based on whether, if you're not black specifically, whether we like you or not. And like is fickle. We like you today, maybe tomorrow we might not. And then we're going to drag you.
When you say we like you,
Black Twitter.
The general public.
Yeah, general public.
Black Twitter.
Yeah.
Black Twitter is the general public?
For sure.
For black people.
We kept Twitter alive.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Okay. So when your Spanish friends, apparently, use the word around you, what do you say? Nothing.
I mean, a lot of it, this is how I grew up. I'm used to hearing them say it.
Yeah.
I'm used to hearing Spanish people in Miami say it.
What if it was a white guy that said it?
Come on, man. We're not playing those games.
Or a white friend of yours that said it.
We're not playing those games.
Okay.
But
they're in the culture too, apparently. If they grew up like next door to you, and everybody else is black on the street or Spanish,
and that's an issue. It's because people are kind of also confined to their space, right? So like, if there's a group of friends on the block over and they let their white friend say it, because like you said, they grew up with me. We've always talked like this. Like, we never consider him racist. Like, he picked up on the language that we all picked up on. When he crosses the street, and he can't just say that in front of me. Like, yes, he grew up with you, but he ain't grew up with me. I don't know him. Mm-hmm. Like, he don't have that cachet with me where he just gonna be okay with it. So that's the problem when it's like, oh, one of my black friends let me say it. Your black friend don't speak for all black people. You still can't be running around here just saying it whenever. Black friend
on the other block.
Yeah, and it's like, but that's one of the problems with the word is like, you may have gotten your pass to say it on that block, but you don't got it over here. Yeah. So you can't get mad when somebody get mad at you for like, it's just too much. It's too much like, okay, you can say it today, but you can't say it tomorrow. Like, that's the problem with the word. And to be honest, yes, in a perfect world, I wouldn't use it. Nobody should use the word. And I think some people have made conscious efforts to not say it. I've tried to not say it as much. And
Why is that?
Because, and specifically,
you can use it.
I can, but I also understand the power in that, right? Mm-hmm. So, I specifically, you won't hear me say it outside of that space of blackness, or not around people who are not black, because I don't want them to get comfortable with the idea. They're not black? What? Come on, man, don't play those games.
You just told me.
No.
Now we're questioning blackness.
No. Okay, fine. I don't say it around white people.
Okay.
Because I don't want nobody to get comfortable with saying it. Or because they hear it come out of my mouth, they think, oh, this is a safe space. Like, we could use that. I could use that word too, even if it's just like people. Because I guess I don't know if it's because people think things are off limits, that it's more like enticing. They can't wait, so like they'll tell a story and they'll try to like use it in the story, and it's like, why? Like, what made you think that this was an appropriate time to use that word? Like I don't care if you're trying to repeat what somebody, like they'll say, oh, I heard that somebody say da-da-da, and I'm like, nah, come on, man. Like, they just are looking for any opportunity to say the word because they know they can't say it. Mm-hmm. So I don't try to open any doors where people feel comfortable, like, oh, I can use that word here. So, it's just not something I try to just loosely use like that. Because I do think there is power in it, and people will feel comfortable, and they'll feel like, all right, I could say it. Like, this is one of those areas, like, I hope they don't think Jocks is the one who gonna give them the pass that they can say it, because that's not gonna happen. Mm-hmm. You're not getting that from me. But I mean, I don't know how to fix the issue. I don't think you can fix the issue.
I don't think it's deeper than Gina Rodriguez saying it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, like, but
it's not an issue that can be fixed.
But it just brings up the conversation always, because it's like, y'all dragging Gina Rodriguez, but you won't drag everybody else who says it that's not quote unquote black.
That's my question all the time.
But that's the issue. And it just how you deal with it. And
that's why for me, I want to understand like other people's feedback, right? Mm-hmm. Is it a cultural thing or is it a race thing? Because those are different things. And it seems like today it's a cultural thing.
It varies, yeah.
Growing up, it was a race thing. Mm-hmm. In my opinion.
From what I remember, it was always just a cultural thing. Because I grew up in a place where it was all black and Spanish people, and we all grew up the same. We all taught the same, and that was just how they spoke. They spoke how we spoke, and we didn't think nothing of it. Like, I didn't grow up. The only time I was around white people growing up was when I went to church.
I didn't grow up around a lot of Spanish people, though.
I mean,
to be honest,
I grew up around
even though I live in Miami,
but like,
I never had that. Like,
yeah,
don't say it in my face. I don't know what I would do.
Yeah, and I've never had anybody like use it derogatively, I guess, towards me.
So that's another aspect.
So, I mean, that's a blessing because I can't imagine what that would be like.
So then should we be mad at Gina then? Because she was just singing the song.
And that is the problem. Like, I don't know. I really don't.
Or is it just something to do? To just
I think, okay, me personally, to be honest, I didn't care. When I heard it, I didn't care. But I did cringe a little, like, ugh. Like, it just, I saw how everybody could take it and be upset. Mm-hmm. Because it's her, number one. We don't like her.
I didn't care because I just felt like she asked for it.
And yes, number two.
At this point.
Yeah, she posted it herself.
Yeah.
She posted that specific
spot in the song.
So it's like you knew what you were doing. And that's what I said. She pick and chose her spots. When I sing songs, I know, like, you know, you'll get quiet for a little bit, you let it be, but you come back in on, oh, this is my line. And that was your line? Nah, she can go. Get her out of here.
And then it was like that fake apology.
Which was even worse.
And then the iOS press release. So it was like, what are we doing?
I don't know.
I'm so sorry if I offended you because I sang the Fugees and I love the Fugees. I used to listen to Lauryn Hill growing up. Like, that's not.
That's how I know she don't got good people around her. Like, or black people. Like, there's no way you thought that, one, that was a good apology, or that you even thought it was a good idea to post that. Yeah. Like, somebody should have told you because it was up for a while.
Yeah,
that was the other thing.
Just delete it.
She didn't take it down for a little while. And it's like, you don't have nobody in your life that give you good advice? Nah, come on, man. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's so much nuance now. And it's so many different people who have different standards of the word and who can say it that it's just almost impossible to come to some conclusion on how as black people we gonna rock with that word.
Yeah, well, that's not gonna happen. So
I know. That's why I didn't want to talk about it, but you thought this was a good idea.
Yeah, because I want to know what other people think. Because some people,
it's just me.
We've had. What do you mean?
You said how other people think, but
no. I mean, when we put it out,
I know
people can tell me their opinion, but we've had other people here. And their view on this is like, what? Like, to me, it didn't make sense.
I mean, it's a lot of people. That's why it's hard because a lot of it also comes down to, like I said, who do we consider black? And that starts a whole debate that I'm not gonna do tonight.
But then when people who we probably don't consider black consider themselves black, then what?
Nah.
Because how you gonna tell me what I am? Right?
You can't. Yeah, no. Because as a black person,
I say I'm black. I'm black.
No,
right?
no. As a black person, you can't tell me if you black or not. I tell you, for the most part. Yeah.
Is that how that works?
Yes. Well, see, for me, right, and I'm different, because my idea of black and not black is different. It's a lot.
Mine is pretty like.
Go ahead, because I'm not gonna get into mine.
Mine is pretty cut and dry. I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
I'm not about to go ahead. Like, what? Give me an example. Like.
I'm not gonna do this today. I'm not. Cause that's
it's cut and dry. If you're black, you're black.
Okay. All right. So is Jennifer Lopez black?
No.
Is Cardi black?
No.
All right. Okay.
What?
That was it. That's all I had. Okay. That's all I had.
That's
two quick
was
ones.
Easy.
I know.
But you already knew that. You already knew my answer.
But not everybody thinks like that. I told you.
I understand that.
Not everybody thinks like that.
Cardi to me is a Latina.
But can she say it in your book?
She shouldn't. But she has agency over her own self. That's none of my business. Like, that's why I'm like, Gina saying it.
Because I guess the other issue of it is, does her saying it offend you?
No. Because I don't know her.
Yeah.
She's not talking to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's the other issue. Because, okay, Yeah, like the Gina Rodriguez. Did that offend you?
No.
Yeah.
I was just like, why is she... Like, I was just like, why?
Yeah.
Like, that was dumb.
Are you dumb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
I
just
guess.
feel like it's just something fun that people are dragging her.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, it's something fun to do.
Yeah, for sure.
During your lunch break, you just...
Yeah, I mean, I may or may not have a Gina Rodriguez joke or two in there, but it's only because it's the masses and you did it to yourself.
That's what I'm saying.
So, I don't know.
I already know if she was comfortable enough to record herself, she uses it in her everyday type speech. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a line. I don't remember what it's from, but it was I won't even get into it. Yeah, but I can tell she definitely uses it a lot. I know. I can see it. It's just the way it rolled off. I already know. She letting that fly. But
I wonder what, because you just asked me, is J-Lo black and is Cardi black? I wonder if we asked them that, what would they say? I
mean, I think Cardi would say she's like that. The whole I don't want to get into this.
I feel,
but
like
I think
J-Lo
there
would
is
not say she's black.
You don't, but
no,
then why do you think
she's...
she thought she was okay to say the N-word? I think she
because she was around Ja Rule, and he was like, yeah, sure.
I think she also probably just identifies with some level of blackness that
culture.
Yeah, I said blackness. That I think she identified with some level of blackness that she thought gave her the ability to use that. And I think a lot of people now are quote unquote finding a level of blackness that they can relate to or that they can connect to, and now all of a sudden they're black. Yeah. I could go on for that, but I'm not going to.
See, there are certain things that I feel like are cultural, but that is not one of them. So like J-Lo and I don't know, name a black singer.
I mean anybody. Like Beyonce, Rihanna.
Okay. So J-Lo and Beyonce can both gel their baby hairs down. Like that's culture. That's a cultural thing.
Okay.
But they both can't say the N-word. That to me is a race thing.
Yeah. And
J-Lo is not black. And Cardi is not black. To me. And if you ask Cardi what she is, I'm pretty sure black is not going to be the first thing that comes out.
No, but I'm saying they... because there's a level of blackness that a lot of people are trying to connect to now. And, like, it's a whole thing now. Like, what percent of their blackness they have, or just finding now, you know, how before I never really thought about how black, like, it's just a thing now. It's cool now to promote how black you are, whether you're racially black or not.
Everybody is a little bit of everything. Like, yeah.
But no, I'm saying, but because a lot of people now,
our DNA test shocked us, but we're not gonna go around like, oh well, now I'm mixed, because
but a lot of people
like,
are doing that. A lot of people are doing that.
Still,
a lot of people are doing that because
everybody, and if that's the case, is mixed. Like,
because I mean, this can lead into a whole bigger debate, but just the idea that people of color and people consider themselves black because they're considered a person of color. And that's where things get muddy and people feel like they're entitled to a level of blackness because they are a person of color. And they consider that color to be black. And it's just not... I don't subscribe to that. I don't think because you're a person of color that you are at all black. In what I define black as far as black race or ethnicity. color does not make. See, I didn't want to get into this, but yeah, it's. I just feel like it's not. It's more to blackness than just being a person of color.
Yeah, of course.
But I feel like a lot of people are putting themselves in black category because of quote unquote color.
Right. I get it. All right.
I'm done.
So
I'm done. That was too deep for pillow talk.
Yeah. But
put a ball on it.
That all that was what's going on with Gina made me think about that.
Yes.
But yeah, so you guys let us know what you think.
Yes.
Because we're also tired. So
yes, I need a break. I'm out of here.
So, yeah. How do we close this thing out again?
We say goodbye. All right. So, all right. Another episode in the books. All right. See you.
Bye.
Yeah.
When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Double off deuce, ayy. That you might work, ayy. When I pull up on you, then I might swear, ayy. Double off deuce, ayy. That you might work, ayy. That you might work. That you might work.